Thank you very much, Roxine, for your very generous words and giving me this award. Oisin, thank you for your leadership, all of you for your leadership. Did you ever hear? I'm not talking about my own, what they said about me, but a night of wonderful, wonderful spirit of hope and patriotism and love for our roots and protection for Armenia. But how about how fortunate we are? I'm almost emotional about this, that as we are enjoying all of this spirit of community, His Holiness Aram I, the Catholic Holy See of Cilicia, came into this room. Welcome. Oh, what a thrill. You were beautifully represented in prayer earlier, but I just have to say this because you're here. I wear these bracelets, and people say to me sometimes, where is hope? And I say, hope is where it's always been, right there between faith and charity. Faith, hope, and charity. As people of faith, because your nationality, your religion, all the rest bring people together, and of course, having the Holy See here tonight, His Holiness here tonight, if you believe in the goodness of others and believe in the cause that brings you together, that is love. You believe in charity and love. That gives people hope. I think this room is full of hope tonight. Thank you all for making it so. I have to be up here with His Holiness here. So this is called a Lifetime Achievement Award, something like that, lifetime. And I'm just thinking of when I first went to Congress, and Roxanne talked about the support I received from the Armenian community in San Francisco when I ran on Commonwealth Avenue. Some of you may know that church. And I got to Congress. I go into the office. It was a special election, so there was no festivity or anything. It was just a special election. You go in, you get sworn in, hopefully. And on my desk is a book. Nothing else is in there. There's a completely new member, special election. The History of the Ottoman Empire. What? What is this book doing on my desk? But just think of the activism that they had, that was where they were right away. So it was clear to me that we would have our challenges to get the job done. And when you hear the over 400 votes in favor of declaring recognizing Armenian genocide, it took a long time to get to there. So if this is a Lifetime Achievement Award, I want to say, in my lifetime, members of Congress have many honors. Our colleagues are here, can attest to that. Speaker of the House, second highest in the country, job of power, many opportunities and recognitions and honor. But among them, for me, very much at the top of the list is the day we were able to pass with great bipartisanship the recognition of the Armenian Genocide. That was one of my great moments. I tell that to my children of my service as. So I thank Oisin, I thank Roxine, I thank the Armenian National Committee, Western Region, for this wonderful honor, which I will display in my Capitol office. The committee has been just constant mobilization, for over the years, so many of you coming, going in now, and of course at the same time, investing in the interns, investing in the next generation to take ownership in the diaspora of the job that we need to continue to do until we achieve success in Armenia. The speeches here tonight told me so much. So as I came, I said, what do we think about this so-called treaty or whatever it was at the White House. But the fact is, we want to recognize any steps forward. But there's so many more steps to go, as has been mentioned. And as has been mentioned about the exception to the law that is given to military assistance to Azerbaijan. As what's happening in Azerbaijan, where people are not allowed to go back, where prisoners are not allowed to be freed, where so many things are happening that are not right. So, in my Lifetime Award, I'll tell you about my visit to Armenia at the invitation of the Armenian government and the insistence of the Armenian National Committee. But we just didn't have, it didn't just work out. Anna Eshu, you saw her picture, proud of her Armenian heritage. And since the Lifetime Award, I'll say in our life, Anna officiated at the wedding of my daughter, Christine, who is here. And she also is godmother to two of my grandchildren. So we feel very close religiously, ethnically, in every way to Anna and her Armenian pride that she takes. But anyway, we go, Frank Pallone, a number of us went to Armenia, and we were greeted in the streets. Not we. The United States of America was greeted in the streets with just thunderous response. And this was at a time when they had the relationship with Russia, but we wanted them to have the relationship with us. And the clear declaration of the people in the streets to our visit told us, just really, as we all know, raised the challenge for us to take responsibility as we go forward. And that was really, it was such a joy to work to elevate the priorities of this treasured Armenian-American community. And again, my home state of California, of course, and here. And that's why the House proudly passed the House Resolution 296 in 2019, authored by then Congressman Adam Schiff, and advanced in the Rules Committee by Jim McGovern, both champions of the Armenian cause, but so many in a bipartisan way. That was the beauty of it when we finally passed it. With that resolution, Congress committed to commemorate the Armenian Genocide through official recognition and remembrance. We also pledged to fight efforts to erase history and deny the truth. That book that was on my desk the first day, the false history that was in there. And our hearts were full of joy that President Joe Biden joined Congress and took the historic step of formal recognition of the genocide. At long last, because it took a while for us to get it done. But it would not have happened without your outside mobilization. Know your power in this. So many of you I've seen in my office, I've seen you in different events. Each year we would have the commemoration, sadly, of the genocide, and right up until the end we still had a few survivors who were little babies at the time. But so many of you have come there, but you've had your mobilization in the state, in the community here, across the country as well. That's why we were successful. We take pride in our vote. We had patience to get it done and get it done bigger and better. But it would not have happened without the mobilization of this community, of the diaspora. So congratulations to you on making that happen. So we're glad that they lifted the curb on cargo transit to Armenia. That's a sign of some little progress. But we gather unspeakable atrocities are being perpetrated. The genocide, really, in certain respects, still a genocide to some of the people there. And we mentioned, and others have mentioned, prisoners not being freed, people not being able to repatriate back to Nagorno-Karabakh. We don't want to go back to the other place. So democracy is essential to us all for one reason or another, across the party lines and the rest of that. But just look around this room and see faith at its highest levels, blessing what you have done. Mobilization, relentless, persistent, dissatisfied, successful. Investment in the future with the interns. Wasn't that a beautiful sight to behold? Success in the courts, success in the Congress, success now more to be realized. So when you give me a Lifetime Achievement Award, it means a lot to me because I said, as Speaker of the House, one of the greatest honors I ever had was to preside, not only preside, but to work for and preside on the recognition of Congress of the Armenian Genocide. With that, I say thank you, thank you, thank you for this award. Thank you so much. Okay? Your Eminence, thank you for honoring us with your presence. Thank you so much. Thank you.